So obviously this just requires a separate whole conversation, but the webinar, I was supposed to speak to Eva today. Are we progressing on that? Are we definitive? Or
Yes. First October, we want to go ahead.
to send her something.
I haven't modified the two-pager.
Okay.
I haven't modified it as yet. I will do it today. That we can send. I can circulate and we all comment and improve on it.
Okay. Oh, there's Lucio. Lucio? Lucio, is
hello.
Yeah, he said.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Judy. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, how are you,
Gordon.
Lucio?
I'm doing well.
Hello, Lucio.
Hi,
right.
Gordon.
I'm fine, my friend. You? Okay. Let's see what's going on with Jean.
I'm good also. I'm doing well.
Right.
I'm doing
Good
well.
stuff.
I think everyone will be connected soon. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, there's Jean-Marie.
Yes.
Good. You're here.
Okay. Oh, there's Jean-Marie in his royal.
Oh, it is cold.
It's cold.
Yes, it is cold here in Kenya.
All of a sudden, I'm getting the sniffles.
I think that's part of South Africa's colors. Your scarf.
This,
in the gold.
yes.
Okay. Are we expecting anyone else?
Yeah, Francois is
So,
connected
Dr.
already.
Francois is trying to connect.
Oh.
And Lucio's connection seems to be unstable.
I don't know, I'm having the sniffles today.
Yeah, I'm just taking a video off because of the network.
Oh, okay.
To be less on the network.
We wait for Francois.
Yes, let me ask him.
Jean-Marie, that's quite a smart scarf you're sporting there.
Of sporting?
It looks like somebody.
Yes,
it looks like the colors of someone's flag.
That's what I was saying. South Africa.
Yeah, that's the South Africa.
Yeah.
No, is it purposefully a South African flag?
I didn't do it purposely.
You didn't do it
But the colors.
But I like South Africa, yes.
It's
There you
beautiful.
go. So do I.
It's beautiful colors.
Yes.
The website looks beautiful, Jean-Marie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's very well done. My God, you know, it's an upgrade from the website of like 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
6
Very
years.
much.
A couple months ago, too.
Right. Yeah. Well, definitely from a few months ago. But surely from, yeah, so
This in
be
France.
very happy. Jean-Marie, are you fairly stable in that apartment? Because you've been moving around 3 times in the past year.
Yes, I'm stable in this one, yeah.
Oh, good.
1 year.
1 year? No, it's been less than that since you moved.
Yeah, but I have 1 year for contract here.
Oh, you have a 1-year lease.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, a 1 year. Stay. I ask if you're stable. You say yes for 1 year. Yeah.
I will be stable for 1 year. So.
Like, I think a year flies by very quickly.
Yes.
Okay, so Lucio and Francois seems to be here.
I don't know why they're not connected yet. The priest is supposed to be with Francois.
Well, it takes a lot it takes a lot of internet energy with the video. So sometimes they have to shut off the video.
We can tell him when he gets on, but it's totally knocked off.
Francois, right. And I think we were planning on some of the community leaders.
The community leaders coming, Jean-Marie?
Yeah, they're supposed to be with Francois.
Oh, with Francois, right?
Yes.
I've never had an allergy in my life, and all of a sudden today feel like I'm having an allergy.
Ooh.
Right. It's been happening to me over the last few days. Each throat, and you're saying, "Oh my gosh, what's going on here?"
I was like, never my whole life. And I woke up this morning and all of a sudden.
Well, that says something.
Yeah.
About what's going on.
Yeah.
So,
did you see, I was telling Gordon, Dr. Judy, that when all the things going on in around in with the environment, the wildfires, the whole environment the air is not the same.
Yeah. Yes.
You don't know what you're breathing anymore.
That's very true. Yeah. Air, everything. That obviously affects the plants. Yeah. The biodiversity, the balance of nature.
Major upheaval.
Yeah, everywhere. Boy, oh boy. It's very, very concerning.
I mean, these fires out west, it's incredible.
But did you see, they say that the whole smokiness has moved into the New York City area because of the wind shift. Mm-hmm.
I believe that.
Smoke from fires down in Louisiana? Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, oh boy.
In turmoil.
I was the same exact word I was thinking of. Turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
There was absolute turmoil everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is everywhere.
And the U.S. is setting the model of them all.
The who?
I said the U.S. is setting the model of turmoil for the world.
And now that Ruth Bader Ginsburg is.
Oh my gosh.
That what?
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
RBG.
Oh, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, right.
It just adds another layer of confusion and chaos.
Right, tremendous, right, another level. I heard a very interesting quote from her. Fight for the things you care about, but do it in a way that brings people together.
Together, yes. I love that saying. Very much so.
That saying,
yeah.
Very true. Very true.
And to think when she was going to work, women couldn't work in certain places. Amazing.
I know, she was so cute.
Just tell Francois to get rid of the video and just go with audio. Try to connect with audio and not with video.
Oh, first, but I think at one point we should connect with video. Are you talking about Francois?
He's trying.
He told me he's trying to connect. He's gonna work.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to connect right now. I can see.
Yes.
Right. Well, maybe should we?
And Lucia is gone.
Should we continue? Oh,
well, he will be back too.
He'll be back too. He's reconnecting.
Yes.
Well, we have to get straight to the point. When we get them, we got to go straight to the point and then say what we have to say. And then if they're in and out, we can continue discussion. And they may be, but we need to address what we want to address.
right. All good.
Very good. One moment. I'm just going to get something.
Jean-Marie, what are you doing the same job you were doing before, or what are you doing now?
Me?
No.
Right now I'm working at the Valeo. Is a mental health facility. So I work there as a my mental health technician too. So they're trying to tell me to get a license to practice, but I don't know if I will stay there 1 year because they don't pay well.
Oh, they don't pay well. Well, you're working for a mental health facility. That's, you know, that's not paying well, but it's so wonderful that you're so resourceful, really.
I finish that one and then I do the other one of delivery. So I do 2 jobs.
Oh, what's the other job?
The other one is the second part-time for delivery for like pizza. And then during the day, I do the mental health technician.
Mental health technician, and then what'd you say? Pizza?
Delivery, yes.
Oh, right, because that's easy and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. You just do it.
Yes. The mental health one of my best friends there, he got COVID.
Oh, no.
People, and then yesterday he texted me like, hey, you need to go testing because I was in contact with you.
Oh,
So
you had to go, did you go get tested?
I'll go tomorrow.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jean-Marie, I hope you,
Will be negative.
oh, no. Yeah. And you were interacting with him? Oh, Jean-Marie, I hope you.
Yeah, I hope it will be negative. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. That would really be very, very annoying.
Yes.
Oh, yikes. How much contact did you have with him?
Probably 2 times, and he did my hair.
Oh, he cut your hair. Oh, I see. Your hair looks good.
If you have hair like mine, you wouldn't have to be cutting it.
Right. You don't have to worry about that. You're very safe.
I shouldn't, yeah. I didn't know.
Oh my. Okay, oh wow.
Oh, okay.
They're struggling to get on even video,
Right.
audio.
Even audio, connecting to audio.
We need to let them know, just connect with audio now.
Let them try and see if he...
Okay, it's Dr. Francois.
Oh, Dr. Frank is there, yeah.
Got
Wow.
it. He's got a great game.
Dr. Frank.
Oh, there we go. Oh, it's working.
Okay.
Yeah, no
All right.
voice.
Oh, we're back in business.
Okay. I think Dr. Frank has 2 lines open, which may be causing feedback. Anyway, welcome everyone. Can you all hear?
Yeah.
You can all hear. Okay, great. Lucio, Dr. Frank, can you hear?
And that's
Yes,
bienvenue
yes.
with
Okay.
Yeah, I'm already.
yeah, that's bienvenue with some of the women who made the masks.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, everybody's wearing a mask. That's cool.
Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today. Thank you for joining us today. We want to meet you, all of you who did such a fantastic job last week. Not just last week, but over the last 2 months. And of course, the closing ceremony last week when we gave out awards, when you all gave out awards and the certificates and the people came to meet with you. And we couldn't see all of the ceremony because, of course, the generator broke down, but we felt the vibes, we felt the atmosphere, we felt everything that was taking place, and we were very happy. And we liked the things that you said. So I'm going to turn you over to Dr. Judy now, who is the focal point from New York.
Gordon, you want Jean-Marie to just translate what you just said for the ladies?
Oh, yeah, Jean-Marie.
Anaitwa Gordo, anasema kama anataka kuwaona, anafurahi sana, anataka waambie merci kwa kazi yote mlifanya kutengeneza maski. masiku zinaisha na miezi inaisha mwezi wa 7. So anataka leo awaone na aseme asanti kwa kazi mlifanya sana.
Right. So good afternoon, everybody. Oh, we see everybody. So I'm putting up the thumbs up, and now I'm putting up the clapping, right? And now I'm doing clapping from all of us. As we say in America, we have an expression, your ears must be burning because of all the happy, positive, appreciative things that we have been saying all along this entire project about you and to you.
Nasema nafurahi sana kwa sababu hii project yote ilitimizika juu yenu na kwenyu. Alifurahi kuwaona.
Okay, merci beaucoup. Tunamshukuru pia.
They say thank you so much to you too.
Yes, merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup à toi aussi et à toute l'équipe des USA.
Oui, on dit quand l'équipe est ensemble, c'est magique.
Oui.
Absolument. Et c'était magique que tout ce que vous avez fait. C'est absolument magnifique dans toutes les activités avec votre énergie et votre esprit et le cœur. You want to translate it into?
Anasema anafurahi sana kwa esprit yote, kwa courage, kila kitu. Bien vu uko muted.
I'm muted?
Okay. Yeah, anasema anafurahi sana kwa kazi yote mlifanya, kwa roho yenu, kwa courage, kila kitu. Anawafurahia na anawapenda sana.
Okay, asante sana.
Oui. Vous savez que c'est un projet très unique dans avec la santé et la santé mentale. C'est très unique dans le monde maintenant.
Ni très important sana, iko ya maana sante ya kisaikolojia na sante ya kimwili.
Oui. Et maintenant, tout le monde dans plusieurs quartiers doit savoir ce que vous avez accompli.
Aseme sasa quartier mzima inajua vyenye mlifanya kisi mulishona maske na anafikiri watafurahi.
Oui, c'est ça. Nous avons déjà accompli quelques webinaires et Jean-Marie était là pour un webinaire important et there will be plusieurs opportunités de faire to publicize tout ce que vous avez fait.
Anasema kama kulikuwa webinar manake wanafanya konferensi kama hii tunafanya kwa alinye na wakaongea gisi ya mulifanya viko vizuri sana na mimi niliparticipate. Anasema anafikiri sana masiku zinakuja kutakuwa vingine na ukikuwa kitu ya maana atawajulisha tena.
Asante na karibu sana, karibu.
Thank you so much.
Right. Yes. That they have said that last time that it was very rewarding for them to know that people care about their community that is a small community in one part of DRC, and they should know that we are very devoted to them and that collectively we will make sure that that a broad variety of people in different areas, academic and internationally, know about what they have done.
Anasema gisi kule kwa mfano huku Nyabibwe ni kartie kidogo sana, gisi mulibali shefu wao alisema juzi, gisi ni kartie kidogo na mara mingi watu wanawasahau. Anasema kama watufanya hao wote hiyo kartie ijulikane ili watu wakuwe na ijua wengine.
Nous avons déjà commencé avec cette intention, but there will be more to come.
Anasema aishaanza hiyo ni mwanzo tu, lakini kutakuwa vya mingi zaidi vitakuja.
Tunashukuru.
Yeah,
Tunashukuru, karibu sana.
Tunashukuru sana.
I say thank you so much.
Oh, asante sana.
Na tunamkaribisha.
Oh, I
They
forgot.
said also they want to
Tena.
welcome you to in the Congo.
We forgot to say, we should say in the beginning, Jumbo.
Jambo sana.
Jambo sana.
It's good, yes.
Okay, someone said during last week that
Yeah.
there were not many infections in Nyabibwe,
Yeah.
and said the reason why the infection rate was low was because of our help with masks and with hand washing and with the training that our group, our team gave. And that was very, very special. Hearing that comment made was really, it warmed our hearts, let's say that. And it was what we wanted to accomplish, and we did accomplish that.
Yes, anasema kama la fois passée tuliongea, mtu mmoja alisema kama COVID, makazi ya COVID mingi zilipunguka huko au hazikukuwa mingi juu ya kusema kama kusaidia sana juu ya mask na hiyo education. Alikuwa anataka tena asikie kama kuna watu wanasema hivi. So ilikuwa ni chef de quartier lakini hajaonekana, sijui François, sijui vitu haviendeki kwa.
So,
So
Hello,
je suis là.
Go on.
François essaye de se connecter, mais si je peux déjà dire directement, c'est que c'est vrai, les gens ont apprécié beaucoup et ils ont trouvé que l'aide que vous nous avez fournie a été vraiment primordiale pour prévenir contre le COVID-19 et que donc ils se disent que peut-être en dehors où n'eût été votre aide, peut-être que les choses auraient été autrement. Et que donc, comme le chef du centre expliquait, Nyabibwe se situe entre la ville de Goma et la ville de Bukavu, juste au milieu. Et que donc, c'est un confluent entre deux grandes villes, deux pôles de l'Est du Congo qui sont directement ouverts vers le Rwanda, qui est beaucoup plus internationalisé avec tout l'aéroport de Kigali et tout le reste. Et que donc, il y a plein de gens qui arrivent, comme par exemple à Goma, il y a des vols international avec Ethiopian Airlines, c'est que donc pendant la pandémie, le lac a été fermé et seule la route reliée Goma et Bukavu. Or, Nyabibwe est au centre des deux et alors il a été vraiment exposé et heureusement que l'aide est arrivée au bon moment, ce qui a fait qu'avec les masques, la distribution des masques, les conseils, les lavages des mains et tout ça, ça a pu faire grandes choses. Parce que ici en Afrique, entre les chemins, sur la route comme ça, les gens s'arrêtent à mi-chemin pour prendre quelque chose, manger, certains peuvent dormir là-bas, et que donc c'est un milieu très exposé, et que donc toute l'aide que vous avez fournie, et puis c'est arrivé au moment opportun, ça a vraiment aidé, et les gens sont très contents. Et aussi le fait de pouvoir croire qu'ils peuvent survivre, donc l'aspect psychosocial, ce qui est nouveau ici, les gens ne savaient pas, mais ils ne savaient pas que le simple fait de dire que tu es fort, tu peux rebondir comme un ballon, le simple fait de te dire que tu t'aimes pouvait t'aider à surmonter. Donc, ça, votre aide, ça a aidé, ça a renforcé la résilience communautaire contre la maladie.
Yeah, we'll translate. He says that Nyabibwe is situated in the middle between Goma and Bukavu. And also we have Rwanda, and there is an international airport of Kigali that is also a little bit close. And the lake was closed. So the only way of people doing transportation was the road, but many people stopped at Nyabibwe. So Nyabibwe was supposed to have many cases because of the geographic placement, but because of your help, the masks did help a lot, and the education, and they are thankful that the help arrived at the right time. And then he says also that the psychosocial activities were very helpful. People did feel well to know that they can bounce like a ball, or how they love themselves. He made them think about themselves, and how that short sentence was very powerful on their behavior. So, and then he cited other activities that I've forgot. So.
That's really, really, really wonderful. C'est parfait. C'est, oui, oui, c'est ça. C'est exactement ce que nous voudrions, parce que l'esprit avec l'éducation est tous les deux importants.
Sema vyote viko na maana sana, esprit hiyo ya sante na hiyo ya psikolojia, na nafurahi kusikia sana kisi munasema hivyo.
Right, so everybody should know that the research always shows that quand les personnes, la communauté est ensemble, quand les personnes croient que les autres care about them, that makes a big difference, and that is what vous avez accompli.
And Judy, may I say something?
Yeah.
The English is better for our recording, and when you say it in English and Jean-Marie translate the response in English, those are the clips we can take.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so I was saying, just to recap quickly, I was saying, number one, that we are extremely indebted to you, and that we care about you, and that we will continue to care about you.
Anasema kwamba kwanza, anasema mwanzo alimwambia kama kwa sababu wao wengine wawili hawasikii Francais, so akamwambia kwa anaongea pia Mwanglais ndio nao wasikii. Anasema kama wanawashughulika sana juu yenu, wanawapenda, wanafikiri wataendelea kuwasaidia huko, na wanasema kama kukuwa na ekipe, kutumika watu yote mupendo, kuungana, inasaidia sana kupiganisha mabaya, kama research inaonyesha hivyo.
Secondly, that we are very proud of what you have accomplished, that it is highly significant, the amount of dedication that you have put to this project, and the hard work that we recognize that you have done by mobilizing so quickly and so intensely to do so many things, to get the hand washing stations, to get the masks done, to reproduce all the materials, the infographics, and to get the questionnaires and to do the workshops. It takes a lot of work, and we know that.
Anasema kwamba ya pili ni kuwashukuru kwa hiyo kazi yote mlifanya, kwa sababu inachukua muda mrefu na inalomba courage na bidii. Bilitimizika juu yenu kutengeneza hiyo mamaski zote au hiyo mafundisho yote. Anataka washukuru sana tena sana, na wanajua hiyo, wanareconnect.
Asante sana, asante sana.
Asante sana. Thank you very much. And as Gordon said, that we appreciate very much the points that you have made that was our total collective intention of our team here and you on the ground, that the activities for the health education and the psychosocial activities would make a difference in your actual number of cases, which is so important, that it was fewer, as you said, and that it would bring the community together to really have a sense that they are responsible for each other, because that is what all the high-level people at the UN and elsewhere have been talking about. We are in this together, and your project, this project has shown that.
Anasema narudilia tena kama kazi mulifanya iko ya maana sana, na ya kuseme na kwa sababu munaungana, na kwa sababu pia mulikubali kuungana na shie huku timu yenyewe huko Marekani. Anasema kama projet mulifanya ni ya maana sana, anazipenda hata siku moja iongee ku Nations Unies, aongee kisi mambo mko mnafanya iko ya maana sana. Anasema atabiongea na kuwashukuru pale.
And the third, for the record, before we ask you to say more about what you've discovered, since that's what Gordon asked, I wanted to repeat what I said before, and that is that the next step for our project collectively, because when I say our project, I mean all of us here and all of you there. So our next steps are extremely important, and that involves two aspects. One is that we need to review all the data of the questionnaires that you collected. And thank you very much, because that was a lot of work and you did it. So we need to—
Thank you, you are welcome.
We want you to know that as much as that was so much work, it is extremely important, because in a report, you must have data, and you really persevered in that.
Anasema pia kwa nyinyi wote hasa na kwa bienvenue, anareconnect kama hiyo makestionnaire ilikuwa mrefu, kubikoleksioner yote ilichukua muda mrefu na watu kulete. Alors bako très reconnaissant parce que kila kitu, kila recherche, il faut toujours collectionner les données. Et ça c'est très important. Merci, courage au tenamout.
Jean-Marie.
In this third point, let me just finish this and then I'll be done. In this third point, so I said about the questionnaire and the data. The second is that we will also be spending time to review the videos and make the videos that we intend about the project. And I'll quickly say the third point to review, because of what Gordon asked, is that our also steps are to make your work known very widely. That, as I said, we have already done that on many webinars, one of which Jean-Marie was #1 in speaking so perfectly and clearly, and there will be many more.
And Judy, I wanted to know if they could change their position, because they're silhouetted, and for the recording, we would really like to be able to see them well. We want to use this video clips for promoting the work that they did.
Okay, you mean, yeah, because Jean-Marie, I see that the light, the window light is behind them and it's shining this way.
Bien, anauliza kama unaweza geuza position ya ordinateur au mashine juu mwangazi kwa toka kule nyuma haona hata wale.
Okay, so while they're shifting, Gordon asked me to do that. Now we could get into more. I'll pass it back to Stephanie. Because I think now we have a frame. They understand the frame our appreciation and our plan. Okay, so we can go.
Yeah, wait just moments.
She behind the pole.
Wait. Ndio,
Machine, tuone machine.
Good. Getting better.
Oh, much better.
Hapo sana.
Oh my goodness, that's so much better.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so who want? I don't dominate everything. So
No, Judy, go on.
Questions.
Go on.
Huh?
Go on, Judy. You go on, Judy. Continue, Judy.
Okay. Okay, so in the blue dress, I think I see now. The woman in the blue dress, what was her role?
Aseme ule mwanamke wa katikati ulikuwa na shona au kazi gani anataka kuwauliza?
Hiyo nilikuwa na shona. Nilikuwa shona mamaske na wengine. Hapa tuko Nyabibwe.
She said she was just sewing with other women here in Nyabibwe.
Okay, so merci, thank you very much. So much from the bottom of our hearts for your important work.
Anasema merci sana kwako, kwa roho yako sana, merci sana.
Merci, nashukuru.
Okay, so can you tell us your name and where you live and who you are, and also what your role was and how you feel about it. So I said 3 things. Your name and what your life is like, do you have children or not, and what you did.
Anauliza kama unaweza mwambia tu jina yako, jinsi ulifurahia hivi na penye unaishi.
Jina langu ni Kulondwa Sifa Lisi, naishi Nyabibwe. Mimi nilifurahia hii kazi, ndio nakaa tunateseka na magonjwa, na ndio niko sejama anyesha hapa mkushoni.
She says that her name is Kulondwa Lisi and she lives in Nyabibwe. She's very happy. She was very happy about these activities. She's working with Agnes, who is her superior too, and she's happy.
Okay, so what tell us exactly what you did. Ask her to tell us exactly what she did. You know, that she sat in a room with a few other women and she sewed the mask. Is the mask like what she's wearing now? That.
Aseme ulisema ulifanya nini? Alikuwa hakusikia vizuri. Kama ulishona maski, ni kama hiyo modeli unavala.
Ilikuwa mamodele mbalimbali na ikompri na hii, na nilianza fanya vitu, tunateseka sana na magonjwa na tulikuwa na siporo. Mungu akasaidia mkakuya mkatunga mkono.
She says she was making masks. There were several models for kids, adults, including the one she's wearing. She said that they were suffering a lot and scared about the disease. And God blessed you, showed up and helped them. They are very thankful about it.
Okay, wonderful. How does she feel that this activity in this project affected her and her family? Who's in her family, by the way?
Aseme uko na familia mkubwa au kidogo. Paske na aenjoy affect familia.
Niko na familia iko kabambi.
Watoto ngapi au wana au?
Does she have any children?
Hapana, hakuna mume.
She says she has a large family, but for now, no kids or husband. But all her other families were also happy.
Oh, okay. So she has no kids and no husband, but she lives in a large family. Who's in her household? Her parents, her aunts, her uncles, other nieces? Who?
Kama unaishi na nani, ni bayomba, ni bakuze au
Naishi na mama, na bakubwa, na watoto.
She says she lives with her mom, her older sisters, brothers, and some kids.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So were you able to teach them anything about the masks that you were wearing, that you made?
Aseme kama ulipata bahati ya kufundisha pia wale wengine kisi ya kuvaa maske na kuambia yabidi kuwa naivala.
Ndiyo.
Say yes, she taught them.
Okay, what did she teach them?
Aseme uliwaambia nini wengine watu?
Nibambia ka ifo kuvala maski kwa kila wakati, nijua kujichunga, jua tujue mtu anatokea wapi, asikia tuletee ugonjwa, ni ifo kuna mikono kwa kila wakati.
She said that she gave the mask and told them that it's very important to wear a mask because you don't know who has the illness and where the other person is coming from. And also she taught them to wash their hands all the time.
Wonderful, wonderful. So also, what about you, when you were paid for making the masks, how did that affect you in terms of how you could help the family?
Aseme kama walikulipa hiyo kutengeneza maski na kama ulifurahi na kama ilisaidia wengine kidogo yenye ulipata eske ilisaidia wengine economically.
Kutilia kidogo, kutilia question.
Aseme kama walilipa pesa kidogo, aseme kama hiyo pesa ilisaidia au kama ulifurahi au eske ilisaidia wengine watu huko o benye mnaishi nao wa familia.
Pesa tusaidie na isaidia wa jamii wengine nabo kusudi walipata kwa rahisi na kwa wakati hizi mamazi.
She said yes, the pay helped her a little bit, and because she was able to share with the other family, buy food, and he came at the right time when they were struggling a lot.
I see. Well, wonderful. We're grateful for that. Were you working before?
Aseme kama mbele ulikuwa unatumika mbele ya COVID.
Kidogo kidogo. Ndio, akili kwa kidogo kidogo.
She said before she was working before the COVID, she could get a little money, not enough, but it was a little bit.
What was she working at before?
Aseme ulikuwa unafanya tu ni hiyo kazi kushona.
Ndio.
She said she was sewing. Sometimes she received clients to sew the clothes.
Oh, so she knew how to sew.
Yeah.
Okay, how old is she?
Aseme una miaka ngapi nyinyi wote?
Niko miaka 31.
Na yeye
na mimi niko miaka 39.
She's 31 and the other one is 39.
Oh, okay. So the other one, you mean, so it's hard to see with the mask. So are you a sewer too?
Aseme kama na wao nashona pia.
Ndio, mimi ndio mwenye kikundi ya kushona.
Yeah, she's the leader. She's the one who is a leader.
She's what?
She's the one who is a leader, so she can explain more about
how
they do. Yes, yes.
And the sisters.
Oh, okay. Oh, Lucia. Oh, thank you. Okay, so tell us. I could see you have beautiful eyes. You can tell. I could see her beautiful eyes.
Aseme anafurahi kukuona na macho yako unapendeza sana.
Right.
Asante.
Asante sana, yeah.
Asante sana.
Right. So, tell us what your name is and how old you are and what you were doing before and what your job was like.
Mimi ni Mama Nsimire Bahati Agnes, naishi Nyabibwe, nafanya kazi ya mikono ya kushona makash mama kujia kusaidia kominote, kusaidia wandugu. Najua kukingo ya hewa haiko mzuri, juu ya hali ya hewa haiko bien.
She said that she used to sew before, mask and summer clothes whenever she get clients. And when Corona started, the air was not good, even now is not perfect. So she is the one who mainly recruited also as a woman. And she's like the teacher on how to sew.
The teacher. Oh,
Yeah.
very
And
nice.
other women were supposed to be there, but don't know what happened because the distance is. Yeah.
The distance.
Summary.
I see.
Yes, sir.
So what impact, how old are you, by the way?
Aseme tena kwa miaka ngapi?
Mimi nasema niko 39.
She's 39.
39. Okay. And who lives in your family? Do you live with children? Do you have children? Do you live with your parents? What?
Aseme kama unaishi na nani, unaishi na watoto au wengine watu au.
Nasimama. Ngoja, bwana mzito.
She's saying how the video is playing. Stunning.
What?
She said video is standing on their side, so it's playing out. She said wait a little.
But I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Unatusikia?
Yeah,
Nani anaishi huko, anaishi na familia au kusema kama unaishi na familia, watoto au bwana au watu wengine au wakuzee au.
Mimi naishi na jamaa yangu, mimi niko na mama yangu mzazi na watoto wangu wawili na wadogo wangu na jamaa ingine watani vile na vile, lakini na jamaa kabambi.
She says she has a large family. She lives with her mom, 2 kids, and other family members stays there. She has a very large family.
And how old is she? And are they her children?
She's 39. So watoto wako miaka ngapi?
Mtoto wangu wa kwanza ni binti, iko na miaka 15 na wa pili iko na miaka 3.5.
She's the younger is 3.5, and another one is also a girl, is 15 years old.
Oh, her children. Two
Yeah.
children.
2
She
children.
has. Okay, and she said she was 39, right? Yeah. So how did you feel about being the head of this group of women sewing? What were your feelings about that?
Aseme kuongoza wengine wa mama wote kushona, ulisikia ye, unafurahia ye, uliwaongoza aje?
Mimi niliona niliishi maisha ya magumu na kupitia kushona ilinisaidia, ikaniongoza, ikanisaidia kwanza kuweza kuishi mimi na familia yangu. Nikaona kama wenzangu wanawake nao nikipewa niwatii katika kikundi nitakuwa nawasaidia. Sasa tulikuwa tuweze kazi shi wenyewe, tukaita mwanaume mmoja jua kutusaidia, kutuongoza jua tulikuwa najua kitu. Ndio tunakuwa na mwanaume mmoja katika kikundi yetu, na sisi wa mama ule mwanaume njoo anajua ile kazi ya mikono, aliweza kutusaidia kutuongoza. Na ndio leo tunakaza jua kutumika, tunaendelea kuhimiza wa mama na kuendelea kutumika.
Yeah, she says that first of all, she lived in poverty and a hard life. All the wars that happened, she suffered a lot, and she had no option. She could die because of hunger, but she decided to learn how to sew. And then she took those as a women who are suffering, and they all accepted. They were like, oh, that's a great idea if we can get something to eat from it. So she invited another man also who we paid, helped them, because that man is expert.
That's wonderful.
I have a question.
Okay.
they sew dresses, right?
The what?
They sew dresses.
Yes.
And what does what is the cost? You know, what does it cost? What do they sell it for?
What do they sell the dresses for?
When they make a dress for someone, how much do they get for it?
Aseme kama unashona manguo pia na unauzishaka nguo ngapi? Ukitai uzishia mtu unauzisha bei gani?
Huku kwetu una maisha huku kwetu kwa chini sana. Tunafanya mtu akileta nguo yake tunamshonea, inakuwa makuta kidogo ya kusaidia tu jamaa. Sio kwetu tuona ile akili ya kusema tushone juu tuuzishe. Lakini kama mtu anakuja sasa vile mteja anakuja tunaweza anasema munishonee hii nguo fulani, okay, hatakuwa na prix fulani, nafuatana na sadepa na model utalomba paske huku kwetu nalomba model juu kate prix ya kushonesha.
She said that it depends on the kind of model and depends on the client, like what you need. Some are cheaper, some are expensive, but overall it's very cheap because cost of life there people are very poor. And let me ask you, like how much money? Ni kama ngapi unaweza estimate? Ni kama ngapi tuseme kama hiyo unavaa?
Nitauliza na mimi nitauliza ni modele ya wanaume au wanawake, inakoka na bei mbalimbali. Huko bei ya wanawake na wewe ya wanaume. Kama huko nguo anasema hii ni nguo ya wanaume, ndaweza nasema ni bei fulani. Kama ya wanawake ndasema ni bei fulani. Labda waniulize bei ya mtu fulani.
Ya mwanaume na mwanamke unaweza lipana ngapi? Ulipisha ngapi? Ya mwanamke wote zote mbili.
Shie tunashona nguo ya wanaume. Shemize tunashona ku dolari 5. Kama tunatia broderi, kama tunatia broderi inakuwa na bei yake ingine. Lakini sasa shia tule ile mashine ya broderi jo inatukusumbua, na japo ile mashine ya broderi inakuwa iko na bei ya inatusaidia kushona vitu ya samani. Shia tule ile mashine. Shia tuko na mashine ordinary. Bengine wanatulomba mashine ile ya kushona broderi na shona mamodele mbalimbali. Meshemize tunashona ku $5. Mash long, mash courte tunashona $4 na bei fulani.
She says and the price vary if it is for men or women, but the average is usually between $4 and $5 if it is a nicer one. And then she says also that the biggest issue they don't have a sewing machine to make I don't know how you call it in English, but they add some stuff on a shirt so you can get more money. So they said that they don't have a damn machine. If we can find it, it will be helpful. Like there's other stuff they add, that if they can add those stuff.
Oh, to add
the embroidery?
Yeah.
Like embroidery.
Embroidery.
Embroidery. Okay. I have a quick question.
All right.
I have a quick question. Is if the ladies had machines, would more of them get together to sew?
Aseme kama mungekuwa na mashine mingi kama wanawake wengi wanaweza kuongezeka pia kushona. Ndio anaona tu.
Ndio. Njoo haja yetu tuko napiganisha, je ya kutupiganisha na hii ya kuendelea wa mama ubakaji kuhangaika huku na huku wafie kuenda na zalazala wakimbizi mpori. Tunapenda tukusanyishe fasi moja, tuungane fasi moja kusudi tutumike fasi moja. Tukisha kwa fasi moja tunaungana, hapatakuwa na ile hali ya kwenda kuhangaika huku na huku. Watakuwa wakijishughulikia wao wenyewe, wakijitafutia maisha na kujitegemea wao wenyewe.
She says yes. First of all, for now there are only about 10. Those that didn't come, but they would like to get more machine so they can help as a women to stop those women who are being raped or going through the forest to be raped, and as children or girls who are underage who are getting pregnant because of poverty, looking for someone to give some money. She believes and they know that if they have more machines, they will hire more women, stay there and work, and they will reduce those kind of violence related to rape and related also to younger pregnancy, being pregnant at a younger age.
And my other question, Jean-Marie, is in making the masks, I want to first say, tell them thank you very much to Lucio, Dr. Francois, and the ladies. But how did they found the pattern making the masks very easy? And with no, did they have any issues with sewing the masks?
Aseme ya kwanza nataka uambie pia merci sana kuona mulifanya hiyo kazi na bidii na mulitengeneza mzuri. Sasa alikuwa kirie kujua kama mask mulitengeneza facilement au ilikuwa difficile au ilivyokuwa.
C'est comme kutengeneza mask ilikuwa difficile wala facile, lakini najua comment vous êtes pris, comment vous avez trouvé ça.
Tuliona hali haikukuwa mzuri. Mwanzo tulipiganisha kweli, ilikuwa vya nguvu, lakini kupitia tulijiunga na Mungu akatuongoza, tuliendelea polepole tukaangua tunaweza kufanya ile kazi na tukagawanya wengine wote na ikasaidia na wengine.
She says that the beginning it was very hard to make the mask. They didn't know about it a lot, but with teamwork and unity, the friends, they put themselves together and they worked for time and they ended up being successful to make it at the point that they made all those numbers that they distributed to other people and they helped themselves.
Could I just ask Benvenu, what did he do in his role, and if she could just tell us all the names of the other sewers with her?
Bienvenue.
Yeah.
Wanauliza aseme kama naona hizo ongea kidogo.
Show us the mask.
Waambie ulifanya nini na kama unaweza jua zingine majina wengine wanamuke wenye walishona bale babakukue.
Unasema nijibie kote ya recherche wala ya mask?
Donc biote kila kitu yenye ulifanya na kisha bale wengine wanamuke wenye mbona babakukue.
Ok, c'est bon. Bon, moi c'est bienvenue Mukungilwa. J'ai été impliqué dans le projet dès le début et j'ai participé dans la partie beaucoup plus de la recherche, donc le questionnaire, le remplissage des questionnaires. Et comme il y avait des étapes, avant que l'étape des questionnaires arrive, j'ai participé et aidé dans d'autres tâches, notamment quand il fallait aider les gens à se ranger, quand il fallait faire laver les mains, et que donc j'ai participé dans tout ça. Et puis le reste, je vais expliquer au fur et à mesure qu'on évolue, si vous pouvez déjà traduire ça.
Yeah, he says that his role was to, first of all, to remind the guidebook to the staff, and then to make sure the questionnaire were people understood it very well, because he has some experience. I pointed him because make sure they don't skip question or anything. And then he helped also to line up people, to put them online. Go ahead.
Oh, how so?
And he said he's not done yet, so he was telling me to translate that first part.
Oh, okay.
I want to follow up on the question I asked earlier. She said it would cost anywhere like between $4 or $5 to make a dress. Does that include the material, or it costs $4 or $5 to make it with the material you bring her?
Anauliza tena mama mwenye alishona kama hiyo $4 au $5 kwa kufanya nguo. TC kwa include ndani, maki bile vitu vyote vya kushona viko include ndani au hapa?
Ile TC tukisema vile haiko vile. Ile ni main d'oeuvre kwanza. Unaleta TC yako, unatuletea shi, tutatia mavitu ndani, tunatia papier, tunatia uzi, main d'oeuvre, doublure na vitu mbalimbali. Makele ni main d'oeuvre tu parce que
na materiel ni TC mtu anafanya.
TC hapo unaleta TC yako, ile ni jeu materiel na main d'oeuvre.
You said the 5 or 4 is just like the payment the client has to bring his own tissue or fabric. They can only add some other paper or some forms, but you have to bring the fabric.
I see. Okay.
Okay. So I see a sewing machine behind the woman who's sitting behind you in the with the mask on. I see a sewing machine there. So you do have some. There are some. Tell us about some of those sewing machines.
Aseme pia naona mashine hapo nyuma yenyu. Aseme unaweza ongea kidogo kuhusu hayo. Hello?
There are about 3 sewing machines in the background, actually.
Mm.
A lot.
The old singer machines.
Yeah. Foot
Yeah,
pedal.
yeah. La connexion elle est mauvaise, heureusement qu'on rentre.
Okay. Mashine ni ngapi hapo na aseme kama unaweza kusema kitu juu yayo.
So you do have some sewing machines. How many sewing machines do you have?
Aseme mashine ziko ngapi? Hello?
How many?
Issue of network.
Maybe it said 8 to 10.
Mashine ziko ngapi?
8 to 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Can 8 to 10. So can you show us? She was going to show us the mask before. She was holding it up. Can she describe it? She was holding it up before. Can she hold it up and describe it? Because it looks like it was made. She was holding it up before.
She was trying to show that they do the rough model. So I don't know.
Right, but okay. Oh, it went away. I wanted 2 things. One, for her to hold it up and describe it, and also to have a wide shot, to have her walk around the room. A wide shot of the room and her walking to the sewing machine and sitting down, so we could see the room, and her walking with the other women and sitting at the machines.
Okay, hopefully they will be back very soon.
Hopefully we'll get back. I see Lucio is still on. Is Lucio there with them?
No.
No, I'm not with them.
Oh, you're not with them.
Yeah. And I think on the video on the video with which we have sent, I think you can see the.
You already have that.
Yes.
You already have that. Okay. All right. Well, that's good.
I think they will be back and then they can do it.
Right. Because it's her talking, it would be good to see her actually moving around the room. So Lucio, maybe,
yes.
Given what Gordon was saying before, it would be good to hear your perspective about what your experience was and what you thought that this accomplished. And also after that, I can repeat the questions, but what your hope is.
Aseme, you understand me, look.
Yes, I do. I do understand.
Great.
Yes. First of all, I want first to thank all the team, Dr. Judy, Gordon, and Stephanie, and especially our leader, Jean-Marie.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because this was not easy. And when I see the achievement of this pilot project with a huge impact in the community, and it's really a meaningful, successful for us here in DRC, because even you can see how others last time they are giving their testimony about this project, because they have seen And for me, as a main person was working on the project, especially for psychosocial support. It's a give a lot of hope for people. It encourage a lot of people because you can see a lot of people in the community, they were hopeless. They were thinking it's the end of everything. They couldn't go to the job even because the majority of people, they are living by daily life. They have to go outside to look for job, but they couldn't do it because of locking down. So everyone was thinking it's the end of life, and these things is not going to be end. It's like it's keep going, and a lot of pressure from the government, from different organization was there to tell to people that you have to respect the measure of barrier in order to be safe and to protect yourself and your community and your family. So all of those things was giving anxiety, depression to the people. And when we came with this project in the community, everyone was there. I think you have seen for the first day when we start, there were a lot of people which we didn't even expect it to see them.
Lucia, while you're saying those wonderful things, if I could, is it possible to turn on your video, or will you lose the connection? Because it would be good to
Yeah,
see.
because the connection
Oh, there you
is
are. That's good.
yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yes. So, and you can see on the video for the first day how many people there were there and how many people we invited to come. So that means everyone was there to see and to get something new. And we were even very tired, and we because we did just stop because of the time, but all the people were there like they want to stay, they want to hear, they want to participate to the activities, and also especially for the contribution of giving to them the food, and also to distribute the mask which they did get to give to their people in the house. So that was really wonderful. And even the next day we had a lot of people. The following day the same a lot of people, and it was really very amazing. And for me, it's because psychosocial things or psychology things here in DRC is still very new thing. And now I think in the community of Nyabibwe side, when but other people or other organization, if they can come, it will not be a new thing because they already know something which we have teach them about that, and they will not like just being there without knowing anything or whatever, but they'll say, we remember Hope and Earth Vision was here and they teach us something like this. So it's really meaningful, really meaningful. And I am sure and I know that when we will continue with this project, even in other side of the town or even everywhere in DRC. So I know it will have a huge impact.
So as
How many hundreds
I
of
mean,
people were there?
Sorry?
We are
How
so sorry.
hundreds were
We
there?
are so sorry for, yeah.
So as a social as a social worker, Lucio,
Yeah.
what do you feel was the
Yes.
importance of this project from as a social worker?
So as a social worker in this project, uh, I feel like people were like were losing hope. But when we were working on this project with the activity of psychosocial support, they're getting the hope back, and they feel not they were feeling like it's the end. But after the project, they feel like it's not the end. We can live and we can continue doing our work like we were doing before.
And when you said one other thing before we get to the Bienvenue people, you were saying that that the psychosocial activities in DRC were not typical, that people are not used to that. So as a social worker, again, what do you feel you introduced to them and how it changes?
So it's a new thing, which a lot of people, they were ignoring that, like they didn't, they're ignoring because they didn't know, and there is not like organization who can come and teach them, to show them the importance of that.
Now, when
And
you say
once
that, when you answer, when you say that, and they didn't know it, to say what you mean, what specifically?
Sorry, can you come again with that question? I didn't get you.
No, I was just saying that they didn't know. When you say they didn't know that, just be a little more specific. That they didn't know that they could do any activities that would help them with their feeling strong, or them feeling like they could bounce back, or they could help others and dance and sing, and that. Just be more specific about that.
Yeah. So because with this pandemic of COVID, all the community, they're feeling like depression, anxiety. So they didn't know what activity to do, just staying home and without doing anything. But when they come, we show them that some different activities, what they have to do. Even they don't go to work or wherever to school, but there's still some work or some activity which can help them and help their mind to be more good, feel like they're doing their daily job. So those are new things which they didn't know, and they change a lot their daily life.
Okay, just spell out before we go to the other people what those things are, like what you taught them and what those activities are. We know what they are, but just say what they are. The things that are in
Yes,
the graphic that you taught them in the workshop.
yeah. I think even myself, I did love a lot the activity of uh, loving myself, love others, and love our community. And even in the picture, you can see a lot of people, they did like it a lot. You will see, I remember I had one old man, he came and it was, when we were doing a following up, I told them it's not for us now to teach you, but because we already teach you, so now you have to come and to show us what did you learn. So I was very, very, very happy. You will see in the video and the picture with he was doing the activity of loving myself and love others and love our community, and the passing down with a karaoke, the ball, and I was very happy. And when you will see the old man was moving, doing the exercise, so it's really, really nice. And you can see even in the face, you can see even in the face will change. They're coming like they were sad, but when they're doing that, they feel like something new is coming, you know. Yeah.
That's so wonderful. Besides
Yeah.
loving themselves, what else did what else did they do? Did they like feeling strong? Did they
Yes,
like?
yes, yes. That's, feeling strong, and you can see them like doing this. I'm very, very strong.
Like a tree, right?
Yes,
And
yeah.
did they like the dancing and the singing in church and things like that?
Yes, they did. They did, and you can see on the video how people they were trying to move, yeah, to do something, yeah. They did
Moving,
a
so
lot.
that could make them
Yeah,
feel better. Right.
yeah,
Wonderful. That's wonderful.
yeah.
So how did this change you, Lucio?
So on me, because according to the pandemic of COVID-19, I was also in the same stage, if I can say, because a lot of things changed. We couldn't even move, going. Our work is always moving around, but with the government restriction, so we were not able to go to be connected with other. So I was feeling also like depressed because staying in the same place, which is not my usually work. But when we did this pilot project, it was also something which healed me because I feel reconnected again with people, with the community, with activities, and giving also something which contribute to change to the life of other people. It changed me also what I was feeling. So yeah.
That's very, very beautiful. That's very touching and very beautiful. And you, as so much taking the leadership on in with the community and in this project on the ground, you have truly made such a difference and played such an important role in making everybody, you know, get the activities and organizing things and thinking about so many things. It's so impressive how smart you are and how kind you are and how capable you are. We so much appreciate that you're so
Thank you.
smart, so loving, and so so able.
Thank you so much.
Excuse me
And
a little bit. I was
I can,
Francois. Oh, I interrupted you. Sorry. Francois was
yeah.
calling with the priest, and he want to say a word because of
Oh, okay.
internet.
So I.
My network is not very good. The car is very, very cloudy one way, and I couldn't have a good network. I'm sorry. Now I was here with people, the community leader, and they said, thank you very much. So they send you a message. I'm gonna send you the message, the video they tell you. Okay? I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Ils sont là aussi. Francois was calling saying that his story is very cloudy. They drank the best. He's with the priests, the community leaders. They were ready, and I sent the video, a picture. They feel very bad that they can't talk or reach to us because of the internet.
Oh, so I think what we should do is set up another time then, when it's convenient. Maybe Francoise can let us know when it's good for them so that we can be together with them. This is just the first of many of these because we need to process together what happened and then also what they need to happen, the next steps. So this is only the first one, just the beginning of our group process.
Okay, Dr. Judy dit que c'est pas grave, peut-être on peut organiser notre jour. C'est à vous de dire quand est-ce que tu penses que la connexion sera bonne. parce que ça c'est très important, on est juste au début. Alors il dit qu'il voulait dire alors quand est-ce que tu penses ça va marcher, qu'ils peuvent réorganiser pour toi comme vous avez manqué.
Right.
D'accord, je vous ferai signe en tout cas. Je vais vous prévenir à la fin de la semaine qui commence parce que je vais faire un petit tour avec vous. Donc, je vous fais signe à la fin de la semaine quand je vais retourner. Je suis vraiment désolé. N'hésitez à voir d'autres histoires, des vidéos qui vont enregistrer.
Oh, okay.
Vraiment, merci.
Okay. He said that they did record you some videos that he will send it because he will be leaving Nyabibwe and he will be only back probably after 2 weeks. So his bar people were talk a little bit and he recorded some videos. He said he will send it.
Okay, good. Because he should, everybody should know that we are, it's important for everybody to know, all the community leaders and Lucio and your team and Francoise and his team and Jean-Marie, that we have many plans for the future. We're doing a very big project called Africa Rise, and this project that you all have so successfully done is really a gem, a jewel, as an example of how important this kind of work is right now and for the future.
Elle dit aussi qu'il faut savoir que c'est très important, c'est que nous avons fait le projet pour le futur et elle va continuer. Elle me remercie aussi pour le leadership et donc elle sera contente pour les vidéos.
There's everybody. Okay, great.
We are returned. We are come back, but the internet is so bad. And I don't know what can we do now. I mean, what's the important thing is to show you this place, and even the connection is good to do so bad. Yeah, it is important now to show
You
you.
can show us while he's working now. We can take advantage.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where are you? What's the room you're in?
Yeah. Bien fait. Inaweza kuwa anaexplikia mbia mama mdogo akuwa anaexplikia aussi kidogo kidogo. Akuwa anaexplikia na mashine na anaonesha mule mna.
Jean-Marie, is this the sewing room?
Yeah, that's the sewing room, so she's trying to explain.
Hii ni mashine ya broderi, mimi nashona petit fil haina.
Inaonekana pana.
Hii njoo hii. Iko na puissance ya kidogo huko baipenji banasema ni ancien model. Tunaingia kwa hii. Tunatia hii. Hii ni baby look. Inashona kutia nani mundani ya nguo. Iko sawa ile serviettes, ina serviette mundani ya nguo. Ndio kazi ya hii. Okay, niendelee.
Ndio. She's explaining the role of each machine, but she said the first one is not working well. Second one, she explained how they use it to put some stuff. Ndio.
Okay. Tuendelee.
Hii ni meza ya
hii ni meza ya tunafanyaka kukup. Mezo si tunashona vikapo, tunakuwa na kaprojet ketu tunaunganaka na bamama bakukomana tunashona vikapo. Njoo vikapo tunashonaka hii. Njoo hii.
You said also they have a table, a big table there where they used to cut the wires or stuff, and also they can make the baskets.
Oh, okay. So it's like a pattern table.
Watu oneshe tutoshe ione bikane bien. Njoo hii bikapo. Esu kwa sikini.
Could we see the baskets closer?
Aseme kama unazijogeza hiyo kikapo mzuri baone.
Ndio. Hii ni bikapu.
Oh, they're lovely.
Let's see them.
Njoi ni tunaungana na bamama tunashona vikapu. Hii ni modeli moja na hii ni ingine.
Okay, nice.
What material? What is it? What material?
Tunauza makamba msoko. Tunauza makamba kushona msoko. Ni ya plastiki.
Purchase some plastic wire to make it. They're purchasing the market.
I see. And did she make the dress that she's wearing?
Come again, sir?
Did she make the dress that she's wearing?
Aseme kama wewe ndio ulishona hiyo nguo na vala wewe mwenyewe.
Nitaje nioneshe.
Kama ndio ulishona.
Ndio, ni mimi mwenyewe nilishishonea.
Tongea nyuma kidogo ionekane. She says yes, she's the one who did it herself.
John Marie, can they make them from straw? Can they make baskets from straw?
Some straw.
Oh,
Can they make them from straw? Baskets from straw.
What is this straw?
Oh my God, what's that? What's that?
It's a bag.
The bag.
Backpack. That's lovely.
That's a
Sema ni ya mzuri sana hiyo bag na kikapu.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And what is that
material? Kuvala tunashona. Hii ni manguo tunajishonea shi wenyewe, ni manguo yetu ya kuvala, tukipata tushone tunajishonea. Kama mnapenda na nyinyi mnatuma komande tunabashonea.
She said that she made the herself, showing the models, and she said she will be happy if you need also some clothes, then she can make for you.
Oh my God, that's so pretty.
Pretty.
Okay, let
Very
me
nice.
tell you something, Jean Marie.
Yes.
I can put craft.
Machine original.
Ngoja kidogo mnyamaze tusikie.
Hii ni machine original.
I can put craft.
Waambie wasikie kwanza.
Yes.
I can put craft items in the United Nations Gift Center. They ask me all the time for craft material, but I could not put anything made of plastic in there.
Has to be straw.
You understand?
Right. So
of straw or some other material, not plastic.
Sorry, I didn't catch. I'm so sorry.
I can put craft in the United Nations Gift Center.
Yes.
They ask me all the time for craft. Okay.
Yes.
However, I used to be responsible for it.
Yes.
But we could not put anything that is made out of plastic there.
So it means that you want to put something in, or
I could put these products in the UN Gift Center, but not if they're made from plastic.
Okay.
So you understand, Jean Marie? So anything that's not made of plastic, or any dresses or bags or so on.
No, I'm not sure about dresses.
Okay.
Not dresses.
So you mean you want to put some gift, or you want
craft
them
items
to put
like bags?
Bags.
You want bags?
Bags.
Okay.
So
Anasema hivi.
Yeah.
Ataangalia kama anawezi kuwanunulia mabagi kidogo kutoka kwenyu, lakini kwa sababu ndio bimufikie huku ya bidi bipite ku container kwa sababu ya Nations Unies habestia vitu vya plastiki. Maana kimukifanya ingine yenye haiko plastiki, kama tisi haiko plastiki anawezi kununua kidogo.
The thing is, this is something that would have to be studied, the economics of it, because I just checked and it will cost something like $800 to ship 50 kilograms from DRC to the United States. So something would have to be financially viable. It will have to be studied.
So we'll, in other words, John Marie, will evaluate it because of the cost of the shipping. So he wants to evaluate it and then we look for that. But certainly the making of the dresses and so on is a local thing that, but in terms of the other gifts, we're going to assess that.
Okay. Anasema hivi pia wataangalia kama kuzifikisha huku itakuwa mweshe. Ikikuwa mweshe pia anaweza kuwa na wanulia hata nguo vitu vimoja lakini plastic vitu habaikati.
Tutashukuru sana wakituletea kazi, kwani huku Kongo hatuna kazi, tunekala bure. Tunaweza furahi tukipata kazi na shie tutumike, tutasikia vizuri. Na shikuzisha huku hakuna vya kufanya, hatuna tunaweza penda shie tupate.
They say thank you so much in advance. They said that they will really be happy if you give them any occupation or any kind of job that is doing so that they can get some income and continue to help the kids because there are no jobs in Congo.
Yeah, so the biggest issue is figuring out the shipping.
It has to be studied to see if it's economically viable.
Okay.
It has to be
studied. Wataiangalia ile option, watabakia wanashiransenye bei ya kubifikisha huku ndio problem.
Before we go, Jean-Marie, could you add, I see all the beautiful young ladies all in the room as you swept the room. Can you ask them to all get together so we can see everybody together?
If they could just say their names, Dr. Julie, if they could just say their names quickly.
And could they
no,
all,
when they get together, they
get
yeah,
together?
they say their names.
Aseme kama mnazi waanze ambia tena ba ekipe yako bajike pamoja babaone tena kisha bakuwe sema jina.
Sasa tusogee. Marika
Hiyo wote muonekane kwa nani kamera juu kamata photo, ndio kamata photo.
kamata foto
Marika. Lezi sema kila mtu aseme tu jina kujipresenter tu.
Yeni Mama Simire Bahati Agnes.
Kulondo Asifalisi.
Sebastien Watute Emmanuel.
Mabizi MC.
Mbui Mkungilo Marie.
Okay, so now just a little bit further back so we see everybody together. We don't see everybody.
Let's see everybody together.
The whole picture.
They need to step back. Let them step back a little bit.
They still need to.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. One person is missing on the right. Oh, okay, that's good. Just for a minute, that's good. Yay. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Asante sana.
Asante. Okay.
Dr. Francois had sent a picture of the community leaders.
Sent what?
Dr. Francois sent a picture of him.
Yes, it is in the chat here. He explained.
Dr. Francois in the chat sent a list of the community leaders, a picture of him with the community leaders.
Okay, so we're going to talk.
All right, I think we can get to the end of this call.
Let's hear about how the questionnaire part was the research part. In the man in blue, what is his name?
Bienvenue. Bienvenue.
Bienvenue.
Hello, hello.
Bienvenue.
Yeah.
Husband, bienvenue to tell more about the research part because you are supervising the research.
Il dit si tu peux nous parler un peu des questionnaires, comment s'est passé tout.
Oui, ok, c'est bon. Alors, les questionnaires, en général, les questions étaient bien. Les questions étaient bien, elles étaient intéressantes. Et ça a vraiment touché les problèmes et ça a aidé à relever certaines questions que les gens vivent sans pouvoir autant l'exprimer.
She said that the questions were nice, good, relevant, and very touching because people lived with those in their heart, but they never got a chance to express it, like to share it. So sharing it with on the paper was good.
And
Yeah, et puis,
that's very good to hear because the point of a research project and questions like this is number one, to get the data for the report, but number two, also to help the people to think about their feelings and the facts.
Il dit que c'est très important ça parce que ça aide dans le processus de guérison et de penser ou exprimer ce que les gens pensent. C'est important ce que tu viens de dire.
And so did it accomplish that? You said that it helped people to think about things and to express themselves. That's what you were saying, I think.
Yes, that's what I was saying, yes.
Move the camera. Oops. Oh, it went away. That was a very important.
I would suggest you ask if you still like most important, because I think the more the time goes, the more it gets PM, the more the internet connection gets busy.
It's down.
Yes.
Okay, but he said the most important thing, which was that I wanted to ask him one more question, and that was, what is his ideas about the results? You know, because you and I and Lucio and Gordon and Stephanie and all of us as a team in the core team are going to be writing up the results, analyzing it and writing it up, and all, you know, in terms of not just the numbers, but the overall results. And so it's very important for him to also give his impression, since he was helping the people answer the questions, impressions about the results. That was my next question. What did he think that the data showed?
I don't know because I never asked him, but yeah, hopefully he will be back.
Right. But Lucio, maybe you could ask him that question, and you could film, you know, his answer, because his impression, as well as yours and everybody else, will be important. What did they feel the data showed, the results showed? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yes.
So he's asking the hypothesis. What do you think you will show, or what is?
Right. So I think we accomplished a lot, really, this time, and that we have a lot of work to do. I'm just thinking, okay, what's our plan, our short-term and our longer-term plan? So our short-term plan is that we review very much all the material, everything, that we look at the whole project and what we intended and what the results were. In terms of the results, we have a lot of work to do to analyze them. Number one, from the questionnaires. Then secondly, we have a lot of work to do to put together the video, audio, visual material. So those are two huge chunks that we must do. And then in the big picture, we need to write all of this up, and then we need to figure out the outlets that we are going to present them in, from the papers professionally and the mass media presentations. And we need to do all of that analysis and follow-up. And then the third big chunk has to do with the way forward, as we call it in UN terms. And the way forward is the next steps and a bigger project and how it folds into Africa Rise. And then the fourth step has to do with the things that Gordon was just mentioning, and that you and I, I'm talking about you and I meaning collectively, the American team and Jean-Marie and Lucio, you know, have heard about, is, you know, where this fits into a bigger entrepreneurship project, as Gordon was just raising about how the sowers make other things. So those are the four chunks that I see. Anybody have anything they want to add to that?
Yeah, thank you so
Maybe
much.
the last one, which just I was just trying to suggest, is to come to DRC.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes. When there's no question about that. When you know, when things are better, for sure. I mean, I did go to Benin. I went to a funeral in Benin. Jean-Marie knows this. I don't know if you know that, Lucio. So, you know, and the pandemic was still going on. And I must say, I think that that Togo and Benin were doing a better job than we're doing here in America in the airport. So, you know, and I did come back without getting infected. So, you know, that's reasonable as things go on. Yeah, so I think we need to write up our plan. I don't know, Stephanie, is that something that you can do in terms of like just writing up what our plan is as project director? Is that okay?
We don't know what the plan is yet.
What?
We don't know what the plan is.
Yeah, we have to discuss it.
Just that. No, what I
We
just,
work it out.
what?
We have to work out the plan. We have to discuss the plan. Us.
Right.
We three.
Okay, but I mean, just in terms of what I just laid out and just
Like me, I understood the four points. The first one is the hardest, like to put all the data into computer, because it's still on paper. There's really a lot. I know how even 10 people takes the time. So I will ask if there is a way you can ask some of your students, like interns, to start, because it's really a lot and we are neglecting it. We may arrive even in March without finishing if we don't have many students to put it them into Excel. Regarding your first point. And the second point, to make the analysis, we can make it, that will help a lot, like the result, conclusions. And then third point, making the videos, that will be on your side most likely, because you will be the one voicing or talking, explaining the activities in the video, because we wanted someone who has a clear accent that everyone can understand. So it's better if you can start talking to the person who will work on the videos. We can start sending them everything and he can start, because if we wait, everything, because it will take a lot and maybe they can charge more. So
okay,
the fourth point was, what was the fourth point? About back the entrepreneurship.
Interpretation.
Yeah, and entrepreneurship, like you said that God mentioned, like working with those women.
You mean the post interviews and so on, and impressions.
he's talking
And
about
entrepreneurship, like giving them.
He's talking about the entrepreneurship part of it,
Okay.
which is down the road. You know, more immediately is, you know, dealing with what the results are. Yeah.
So I mean, just bullet out then, Jean-Marie, those 4 points, and then we can flesh it out. But then things have to be assigned as to who is going to be responsible for the data, entering the data and the data analysis.
And entrepreneurial parts of it has to be researched.
Yes.
There's no promise. It has to be researched to determine if it is viable.
The thing that might be interesting, Gordon, is probably not so much shipping anything overseas, but maybe looking at a woman's cooperative kind of situation there for the local market. Because if you ship, it's going to be prohibitive cost. So,
Well,
yeah, it would be a local entrepreneurial venture that would the woman would be able to have on the materials and things like that. If we put something together, then they could get the material and the thread and those things that would make it done. I mean, we could do a test and see what
has to be studied over there.
Yeah. So we have to study the environment, the market. We have to study what we could do. I mean, the other option, there might be some. So we, in either case, we have to research it. There might be an option to look at whether these things can come to market. There's the other option, but we have to research the need, what we call the need assessment for it.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
In terms of who is in charge of what, don't know if between you we can do the data entry, and data analysis is easy because we SPSS. Once it is,
I can tell you right now that I cannot do the data entry. It needs somebody with a lot of time.
Oh yeah, Stephanie. Nobody would expect you to do the data.
Yes.
No, the data entry needs to be done by young people who will just do it.
Yeah.
And it's almost against the school principles for students to be. I mean, I can't get my students to do my project.
Right. I mean, I think a good option, Dr. Judy, is to get some work study students that could do that as their work study, but not your students. They would have to be students who need some work.
Right. So I'm just thinking some of the, this is an important part of it, some of the answers are obviously in Swahili. So I'm just wondering whether there's
that's a good point.
Whether there's a group of students in the college that you graduated from, in Kansas under your professor, who could do this as a work study project. And therefore, they would be able to ask you, because all of that has to be entered into the Excel file. I mean, Excel file will, therefore, the columns will have the quantitative answers, 1 to 10, starting from A, B, C, D, all the way to AA and ZZ, and then AAA and ZZZ, because there are so many of them. I mean, the different stages of entering the data has to do with first designing how the questions get entered in the Excel file, but then each column has to have the entrance of the exact answer that was given for the qualitative answers, and then another column for how those are coded. Yes. So that's how it would be laid out on an Excel file. But I think it's important for you to supervise that, because students will constantly be asking, what do I do about this? What do I do? So, I mean, we should discuss now, is this something we are, that students are doing? If they came from the university that was close to you and were doing it as their work study lab, so to speak, then it would be a much more direct and easier process. Because they all have to be translated. I mean, their answer would have to be entered, and then it would have to be translated.
Yeah, I have also another suggestion or idea. So I don't know, maybe Jean-Marie could
because
also.
Yeah. I was going to suggest that we have Lucio and his students too, and John Marie, so you'd have a division.
First of all, for the questionnaire, like the template,
sorry, Lucio.
You just said we can do it and send that student can use. But the issue with typing, the code or design that Dr. Judy just said, I can get it or I have it and I can ask my professor, he can provide it for me. I can just send him one questionnaire because he's very neat. and then he gives the template, but who will be typing? That is really a lot. So, and I don't think in my student, and likely the questionnaire are in French. So, and the language is not going to matter for the question because they just have to type it. Number two, everyone will read it. Where I can intervene, or some of my other people are in videos where people were speaking in Swahili. We can intervene to translate from Swahili to English.
So John Marie,
Yes.
a suggestion would be you design the data entry Excel sheet.
Mm.
And why can't we get some of the students near in Butembo or so once you design it to enter, and it would be a way to remunerate them, because they Lucha could supervise them entering that.
Yeah, that one is we can do easily, but the problem is I don't want to look like the guy who always want money, because I know all those people want money. To be honest, I'm more honest. I have even people who speak Swahili more than 10, and who are looking for a job. If you tell them we're going to pay you, we give you this form, you need to enter in Excel and make sure it is good, and then we supervise. Some team here I can supervise, and Luch can supervise in Butembo. Even Francois can give to his wife, because his wife is saying government say, but they all need money. It doesn't sound good, but it is the reality. No one is going to accept for free. Yes.
Right. Well, that's a very interesting option. I hear what you're saying, that it involves money. I mean, one option is obviously, you know, to get everything done by American students or Kansas. And yet another option that we're talking about now that is extremely attractive is for the actual hiring of local people to do that, because the idea, as Stephanie's just shaking her head, and the two of you have devised this idea, that it furthers the capacity building of the community and the ownership in the community of the project. So it, in a certain way, although, you know, we now have to talk about the economics of it, it's appealing.
Yeah, that's why if we recruit, we're not going to recruit all the people who will work on it. If you put it in charge to us are Congolese, means it still impact economically the country. Even those who live here that I know, they are all from Congo. And then in Luch also, I know some people who, even Hubert, he wanted to do too. Hubert is a bachelor in computer sciences, is a hard worker. So we have people who can do, but they know they will still ask the money will be issued.
Right. So Gordon and Stephanie, what do you think about? I mean, you're shaking your head. I mean, I think that's an amazing idea, because for those two reasons, it's capacity building and
Yeah, I think the preference would be to, if it could be done in DRC, you know, employing the students there, that would be better. I understand though, John Marie, that you would have to design the questionnaire so that it would be an easy fillable thing. And if Lucio is on the ground, if not, then we could go with the second option that you had talked about, which is, you know, Congolese students here. So, but I think the ownership of knowing that it's done by the community would be good too. So what you'd have to do is look at it and see what's the best way, and make a little proposal as to what you think is the best option.
The option, even the one in Congo is better, and Lucho, Bienveni is really, he doesn't accept mistakes easily. He will always want the things to be done perfectly. That's why I like him. Because typing, because, yeah, and the reason is because when you type those numbers, it's easy to forget to put a number in a different place. So they need really someone who will be sitting there, supervise and review all the time that.
Right, and it's better because Lucio understands the project and saw it in action, so that helps a little better in understanding when the data is being entered. So he, rather than somebody who doesn't know the project.
Yeah.
I have a preference for the first option, which is getting students local students to do this work and give them a little stipend to do it. I think they will find it interesting as well. I'm not sure about the Congolese students here. I don't know how committed they are to doing the hard work for our projects. What should I say? We've done fundraising. This has not been very successful, reaching out to the community. So I just don't know how willing or able they are to do this. I think we should go with the option one.
Okay. I mean, the best one is we're not going to hire someone who doesn't know what he's doing. And the best thing is to always select someone who's not going to make mistake, because it's science. We're not going to just take someone who doesn't know how to use Excel or who never used it, because when a number being misplaced, they can change the result. So you can rely on us that we will select the correct people who can do it very well.
I think I agree with Gordon and Stephanie and you, Jean-Marie and Lucio. I agree with everybody. We can vote on it just to make it formal for all those reasons. I mentioned, capacity building, entrepreneurship for the community, ownership as the word that was just used, and really commitment to what's going on now. And you've mentioned, Jean-Marie, the skills and skills building for them. Yes. To have a cadre of students, we trust you to pick the right people and Lucio, clearly, who will learn from this. So that's one thing. From another perspective, I want to say, clearly it's important that they already know, as you said, Jean-Marie, some aspect of statistics, of Excel, using Excel file, being able to record data, etc. That's a technique that students have to learn. I think that we can help, and especially you, Lucio, with quality control. This is something the Japanese learned after World War II when they were using Edwards Deming, whom I worked with, who was the brilliant statistician with the Deming Prize, who came up with the concept of quality control, which is checking the products.
Yes.
And now that's manufacturing. So I think we could trust moving forward with, as Gordon called it, option one.
Yes. Okay.
So Lucio, you, what do you think?
Yeah, I think also in the same way. So it could be better. Jean-Marie can do the Excel form, and we can see back here, and we can recruit some students and work together and supervise the work, because we understand the project, and it's always better to work with people
Absolutely.
who understand the project. Yeah, so that's on my suggestion.
Absolutely. Brilliant. And I think in that vein that we should think about this stage as part of the project, because the project has this entrepreneurship element to it. And so the entrepreneur, now it's brilliant and exciting that we're adding another entrepreneurship level. The first one was for the seamstresses, the sewers, and the hand washing, the supervisors of the hand washing tanks and building it and all of that. So, and the third was the engagement of those who did the infographics. So the fourth now is the data contributors and the analytic team on the ground. And this is brilliant. So there's really all these levels of people that we're engaging in developing their entrepreneurship skills.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. I think Gordon and Stephanie on that, we're all excited about that. So you agree, Jean-Marie and Lucio?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and we need to keep that in mind, that we really have been building the economic capacity of the community in
Yes.
these different ways, through not just the sowers, but you know, the people involved with the tanks and those that we hired to do the work for hire, and the videographers. I mean, these are all people who are being economically sustained in some way by this project, and I'm thrilled that we've come to this this added cohort. Thrilled.
Yes.
So should we vote on that being the best way forward?
Mine is yes.
I thought this was already unanimous, Judy.
I just wanted to see the hands. I see the, okay. That's excellent, excellent. Okay, so so we now have an idea about that. So the data will be dealt with that. When it comes to analysis, Jean-Marie and Lucio and Stephanie and Gordon, you can be involved as much as you know you wanted to, but we'll all take the responsibility. Jean-Marie, you and I can do that, you know, take the lead in sort of the interpretation of the results and, you know, how it's going to be written up. But certainly Lucio and Stephanie will want to be part of that, and Gordon always has good ideas, so clearly he will too. But in terms of the workload, we'll proceed that way. And then I think with regard to the video, we'll once we review everything, we'll figure that out, because we have those 3 pieces of different formats of video that we want to produce. So I think that's good.
Okay, Stephanie and Judy, we need to have a separate discussion on funding. Okay, we have enough background material, we have enough success that we can go out and look for funds.
Yeah,
We can't continue to fund from our own pockets.
Yeah, I was going to say that I am going to develop the piece on the entrepreneurial area to see
we can work on that.
Yeah, to get together to get the funding for that. And now we have something successes that now we can build on.
It's just that I don't think we should getting sponsorship on the basis of entrepreneurship in DRC or anywhere, but on the overall project that we're doing. But we may not be able to successfully do any entrepreneurship project. But all the stuff that we're doing, we're engaging young people in college to do this and stuff like that. If we're able to set up to do the study and we're able to do a project, entrepreneurship project, then we get funds for it.
Yeah, the whole thing, the whole bailiwick, the whole thing.
Right? All right.
The whole thing.
We have another meeting to do right now.
Okay, very good. So any questions? So we will continue to talk, you know, amongst ourselves, and then we'll continue to, I think we will have another meeting with the 5 of us and Francois. I know he's going away for 2 weeks and whatever. But we have a lot on our plate to accomplish now. So does everybody know where they're going? And do you have any questions? Lucio, since you're there, do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any question and right now, but if I will have, I might email it or to let Jean-Marie to tell you. Yeah.
I have a question for you.
I want just to say thank you for everything, and we are really happy, and personally I'm very excited to be a part of this team and this project here in DRC.
I have a question for you, Lucio, but I don't want a long answer for we have to go. what is the situation and the transition from Ebola to COVID? Is Ebola completely eliminated, or is it up in one place or the other? And the fact that we started this thing planning for, you know, an Ebola project. How are you with that that transition there, and what is going on?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. It's really a great question. So, according to the situation of Ebola, yes, we can't say that the situation of Ebola is already end up, because there is some cases which is still going on in some part of DRC. But due to the COVID, because the COVID is like in a
Priority?
how to say, it's a new, you don't hear more about Ebola, but it is still there. And there are some organizations who still working on it, but they don't have a lot of funds for that because of the COVID is taking everything on its hand.
Can I add something on that, God? So I have 2 comments only.
Right.
That question is very relevant. There is no scientific proof for now that COVID Ebola is done. So the team there that used to work on it is still on standby. And relating to COVID-19, they are very similar in terms of symptoms on way of contamination. So what you all of you did by helping us in COVID-19 is still very relevant to the previous project that we want to do in Butembo, because it was still really same thing. 90% is the same thing, and it benefited the people of Congo. The previous project we were involved with Catholic Church and University, and this one too we were involved with the same Catholic Church, same leaders, because the church is same, and same community leaders. So it's 100% relevant, and it makes us feel well. And I believe all the other people who were involved in the Ebola project, when I send them a summary, because we have a group WhatsApp, I did send already some pictures. They will be very happy also to know that you were really there and you really wanted to help. That's gonna make a big difference in trust. They're not gonna say that, hey, these people didn't want to help us with Ebola, they just lied and didn't come, but they still show that because of COVID, you guys didn't go there, but you still helped even in COVID, show really you're willing of helping.
I'm just wondering if we should not add infectious diseases and not just limit it to COVID now. Because COVID, what we're learning about how to combat COVID goes a long way to combating Ebola and other infectious diseases or airborne diseases as well. So maybe we could find a way to loop that in and expand it to, you know, a general fight against infectious diseases, airborne diseases. What's the difference?
It makes a complete sense, because even WHO, I saw the certificate of little book that Francois sent me, they gave to some medical doctors who took the training. They always put a training on infectious disease, 2 points, COVID-19. So they also classified it, like you said, as infectious disease.
Right.
It will work even for measles. Measles.
Oh, measles.
Measles, yeah, because we have a lot of cases in Congo, yeah, for measles.
Really think about it, how we can do it.
Yeah, as usual, Gordon always having good ideas. That's really brilliant. That's a big, I think we should think about it, and Stephanie's shaking her head.
Right.
In terms of our write-up and everything, and our discussion, you know, it goes in the introduction, it also goes in the discussion, that this is an example of infectious diseases, and really a pilot for that. So, and as you said, Jean-Marie, you know, very relevant. And as Gordon said, you know, this really impacts the whole project. And thank you, Jean-Marie, for acknowledging that this establishes our commitment and credibility to the commitment. Many things happen, and you know, you're very religious, and so in those terms, I think God had a plan.
Yes.
And God's plan, you know, brought us all together and had us do this in order to do the next thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, just a summary to make sure we did catch everything. So we will prepare the template for the data entry. We will make sure we send a proposal to Stephanie on the people who will work on it from Lucho and PMV Congo and Dr. Francois. So that probably next week. And the videos are on its way. Lucho is supposed to post it today from DHL. And then fourth point was from your side to, like we just had a meeting with Gordon that they want to give something, just a little gift to the staff and to those women and other people.
Exactly, that's coming.
And the fifth thing is we'll send the videos that Francois recorded today with those community lead.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes,
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hug, 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 hug.
Thank you, Lucio.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Okay, my friend.
Bye.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
As Judy said.
Okay.
Good. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
We'll be back
Bye bye.
again soon. All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Stephanie, we have another meeting right now.
Oh, okay. Here, Stephanie
Yeah.
went away.
Oh, wow. Oh, man. She's probably gone.
Okay.
So, Judy,
Yeah.
Good meeting.
Excellent. Really, I
Good
mean,
meeting.
Gordon, this is just, it's amazing. It's just amazing. I mean, this
Yes.
is, as I said, God's hand is on this.
Yeah.
This all the pieces, you know, all the struggle that we had before, this is just like flowed.
Right. Right.
And it was meant to be. And, you know, thank you so much, really, for being the master of this whole plan and project, and for your vision, Gordon, and you know, your leadership about this whole thing, going back to I keep thinking, really, Gordon, about everything we've done for UAC and what you started with GTAH and now UAC, and now, you know, we struggled so much with all those early projects that we were going to do. Remember, you know, all those PowerPoints and
Yes, I remember.
and that didn't happen for various reasons. And then all the work on the Butembo and the, you know, that whole project, and, you know, then that happened for a reason. And then putting the umbrella of Africa Rise over it and knowing how important it is that we have this as the truth, the real proof.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. To read
the obvious in the website, you know.
Right. We delivered it.
We delivered it, right. And this is so critical to sell Africa Rise, really. It's absolutely critical. It's critical that we get the videos done. It's critical that we get the data analysis. You've been, you know, really clear and great about that. We need those sound bites. You've been thinking about what the two most important things are that they said. Which
right.
You
means so much. Means a lot.
What?
I said it means a lot. It really is.
Yes.
I have to get headset and microphone speaker, for it seems like I'm too far back all the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're far back a lot. That's perfect where you are. So when you pointed out the most important, yeah, that's better. You're more centered. You pointed out the most critical thing, which is that this community, and they helped, and you said it clearly, this community was healthier and saved, quote unquote, from the virus because of this intervention.
Right.
This is the bottom line.
That's why we did it.
Right.
That is why we did it. Help
Absolutely.
benefit these people. And we did benefit. And they acknowledge it. That's fantastic.
And they learned from two parts of it, the health, and then we heard Lucio say, and the hope, the psychological hope that they got. That somebody cares about us.
Yeah, the bouncing the ball, how
Right.
they are resilient and can come back from everything, and loving themselves.
That was a big thing.
Yeah.
Loving themselves and loving each other. Remember, he said loving themselves and loving each other and loving the community. That was the three.
Absolutely. Very good. Really, I got to get to another meeting.
All right.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Good seeing you.
Yes, good seeing you too.
And you look good.